guess we get this from my mom. She had always told us there is nothing in life that you can't do. Whatever you decide to do, persevere and you will be successful at it. I think Greta internalized that. Growing up with her, I saw that it didn't limit her enthusiasm and it didn't limit her drive and desire to excel past what her physical limitations were.
My mom and my sister taught me when I was small to do as much as you can for yourself.
First time I met her, I was very shocked because Alexa never told me Greta is disabled. So from what my conversation with Dr. Joshua is, she goes to work and they travel together, and Greta apparently is very funny and telling jokes. So I did not know, I guess my perception of a disabled person is somewhat incorrect, as proved later to be.
Father working here with my sister, so I'm here 2 days a week. I'm hoping I'm able to take out the lab to put all the lab together. I've filled up the copying machine with paper.
She's very independent, a lot more independent than you would expect. I had to learn to allow her to take care of things for herself. Even if she struggled with it, she preferred to work it out.
She manages somehow. She manages where we'd be sitting and feeling sorry for ourselves. She just goes about business as usual.
Greta's probably more personable and gregarious than I am. She loves being around people. I don't think Greta ever met a stranger. She will come up to you and say, "Hi, I'm Greta. What's your name?" I don't do that readily.
The patients just love having her here. She knows people. She talks to them. I bring them into the examining rooms, and she hears their voice, and she calls out, "Is that so-and-so?" And, she recognizes their voice, and it just thrills people, So I have a hard time getting them back to see a doctor because they always have to stop and talk to Greta first.
She speaks her mind a lot. So that's why I'm fortunate, because she's just being herself. She's not being someone else. She's not, hiding behind a facade. What you see is what you get.
She's so optimistic. Every time I see her, she's happy. There doesn't seem to be any down days for her. That's Greta.
We travel. We've been several places. We went to Costa Rica. We've been to Jamaica, Philadelphia several times. It's one of our favorite cities to go to. We've visited friends in Texas.
I've been to New York, and I love New York. My sister always told me that it's a beautiful place, but you can't really experience until you be there yourself. Fetch Times Square at night. Ooh, I love that.
The limiting factor for their frequent travel is Dr. Joshua herself, not the Greta. Because Joshua has a very busy practice, so she cannot just take off when she wants to.
I really believe in God. That's my number one. Go right there. Let the reader, I'm able to do so much because of God. Ain't nothing that I did on my own. It's the wisdom and knowledge of God.
One advice I would give is that don't hold anyone back and don't instill hopelessness. I would say that the greatest gift that you give someone is inspiration, that they are able to surpass what we see physically as their limitations, because the soul and the spirit inside of Greta is just tantamount to the power that she mustered to overcome her physical disability on a daily basis.
The relationship between two sisters and the support that Dr. Alexa Joshua able to provide for Greta, I think that's very important for Greta to be successful and to live her life to the fullest.
She supported me when I was going to school emotionally, and would come home and when I thought about complaining, I look at Greta and say, well, I can't complain. She has to deal with, cerebral palsy every day, and I'm complaining because I'm up all night studying. She would look and say, don't worry, you can get through it. Just keep going. So I think because I realized the difficulty she had and she realized the difficulty that I was having, that sort of solidified the bond that was already there.
One time I made a comment that to Dr. Joshua, I said, well, Greta is very lucky to have you. But Laksa said to me, yeah, I'm lucky to have her too.
What came to mind was a photograph that we have that she's standing behind me against the fence and I'm standing in front of her. Now, if you didn't know that, you would think that she was standing on her own, but actually she was leaning on me and I was leaning back, and so sort of supporting her from that point on. That's the way our relationship has been, supporting each other.